Hello and welcome to cookingflavors.com. Today we look at yet another how-to series, which is how to grow sprouts at home or homegrown sprouts. Today I'll be showing you these homegrown sprouts with moong bean or pacha payaru or pasi payaru, however you want you can call it. You can also make these sprouts with chana, that is chickpeas, with black eyed peas, karamani, with quinoa, with wheat. But let's make it very simple today. This is a very basic thing which all of us will have at home. So we'll make it with moong bean, whole green gram, pacha payaru or pasi payaru. Now today I've taken about half a cup of green gram today, and we'll have to wash this nicely and soak it in water. Now I've washed this green gram nicely in water and I've soaked it in enough water. Make sure there is a lot of water because you have to give it some space to rise up and some space for the gram to plump up nicely. Now it's about 11 o'clock in the morning for me here, and I'll be doing the sprouting I'll make the sprouting process in the night before I go to bed. So I'm going to give it a nice 10 to 12 hours of soaking. You can also soak it overnight and do the sprouting in the morning. Now it's around 10 o'clock in the night, so almost about 11 hours, and you can see that my green gram has soaked nicely. See, if I break it easily broke, so that's the amount of soaking that we require. Now for the sprouting process, I have two different methods to show you. One is the hot pack method and the other one is a very conventional muslin cloth method. I'll show you both the methods. First, let me show you this hot pack. This hot pack is also, it's just a thermos, a container that keeps your food warm. Some people call it hot pack or a hot box or casserole, however you want. This is just a basic thing. Now I've taken one tissue paper, I wet it nicely and I put it on the base of the hot pack, and I am layering it with these green gram. Just a little bit. We'll use the other half for the muslin cloth method. And now on top of that also I have wet another tissue cloth and I've put it on top of the green gram layer. If you don't have tissue, you can also use a cloth. Just wet the cloth nicely and make sure you put it on top of it. After every few hours, about say 3-4 hours or 5 hours, if the tissue or the cloth gets dry, make sure you wet it nicely and you sprinkle just a little bit of water on the green gram. Now we'll put that aside. Now I'll show you the muslin cloth method. See, this is a muslin cloth. If you don't have, it's also called a cheese cloth. If you don't have it, you can also take a nice cotton cloth or a gada cloth or a veti tuni. That also you can take. Now I'm wetting that cloth also. Make sure you have a separate muslin cloth or a separate cloth for sprouting, because these sprouts will always discolor your cloth. So keep something separate for this. Now I'm taking the other half of the green gram and I am putting it on the cloth, and we'll just tie it like that. For tying, you can use another just a strip of a cloth, or even the most simplest thing is I'm using a rubber band. While tying the rubber band, I'm giving it a little space so that we give it some space for the gram to sprout up nicely. Now you can just leave it like this in a vessel or a bowl and just keep it like that, but I prefer to hang it somewhere. I'll show you that. Now if you see, I've just hung it on my tap because that's the easiest way for me. Every time it gets dry, I'll just open the tap there and I'll wet the cloth there itself. So if there's any water dripping, it'll drip into the sink. So you can hang it anywhere. Now after 36 hours, in between, as I told you, every now and then I kept wetting just splashing or sprinkling a little bit of water on the sprouts and wetting my muslin cloth also. I've given it a nice 36 hours because I wanted a little longer sprouts. Now see, this is a muslin cloth method. If you can see, it has sprouted nicely. In the 8th hour, 10th hour, 8th hour itself, you can see sprouts slowly coming up, but we prefer to have longer sprouts. So I just gave it a nice 36 hours of time. Now you see, that's a closer look. Now we look at the hot pack method. I'm just taking away the tissue there, and this also, you see, it's got nice longer sprouts, in fact longer than the muslin cloth method. Now, just showing you a comparison. On my left hand, I have the muslin cloth, and the right hand, I have the hot pack method. If you look at the muslin cloth, the gram is nice and plumped up nicely, but the sprouts are a little small. But the hot pack method, the gram is a little small, but the sprouts are nice and long. So I've given you the comparison of both, so you can choose whichever method you want. The easiest one is the hot pack method, but it's up to you whichever one you want to choose. No, I've mixed both the method, both the sprouts into one container, and I just wanted to measure and show you, how much of sprouts I have. When I first soaked the green gram or the pachapayru, I just soaked half a cup, the same cup I'm using to measure. The same cup I soaked just half a cup of the green gram. Now, if I measure, I showed 1, 2, and almost 3 cups of sprouts. That is after 36 hours. If you're just going to give it 8, 10, or 12 hours, probably you'll get only a little lesser than this. Hope you enjoyed this easy sprouting video today. Try including some kind of sprouts in your diet at least once a week or once in 10 days, and make your diet a nice, nutritious and healthy one. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and give in your comments and suggestions. If you are new to our YouTube channel, welcome and happy cooking. You can also visit us at cookingflavors.com and follow us on Google+. Share our videos with your friends if you like them, and give us a thumbs up. Till we see you again with another new and interesting video. Thank you.